What if I told you we turned Shakespeare's greatest tragedy into a romantic comedy? I'm Marissa, and I am the creator and director of His Royal Fake and Highness, an audio rom-com that reimagines Shakespeare's Hamlet as an enemies to lovers fake relationship romance. And I know that sounds like a pretty big jump, but basically here's how it came together. I think every good nerd has a comfort Shakespeare play, and mine has always been Hamlet. And the first time that I studied it in high school, our professor was kind of taking us through a close reading and took one line out of the play and suggested to us that maybe Ophelia was actually a conspirator with Hamlet. And while I don't think that necessarily holds up in the original play, the idea always stuck with me. What if women were able to have enough agency in this story that they could actually affect their own narrative? And if they were, what would it look like if Ophelia was a little bit more in charge of trying to help Hamlet retake his throne? And from that small moment, one conversation about a single line in Hamlet in my 9th grade English class, with a team of really talented writers, actors, and sound designers, I took Shakespeare's Hamlet and modernized it, surrounding one very simple question. What would happen if Hamlet had simply asked Ophelia for help? So everything does start out the same. The king passes away, which means that Hamlet has to return home and expects to be able to take his throne. However, his uncle is staking claim to this throne because of a law that says you must be married to take the throne. From there, Hamlet and Ophelia, who are actually childhood enemies, put together a plan where they will fake a relationship and investigate ways to actually get Hamlet on the throne. We also brought in two of my favorite characters as Hamlet's best friends, Rosie and Gil, and they are, of course, our version of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Gil is Hamlet's fraternity brother, there are keg stands, there are bachelor parties, and there are a lot of fun references to the original play itself. So if you love enemies to lovers or fake relationship narratives, royal and commoner romances, or just want to find out what it would have looked like if Ophelia had had a happy ending, I think you'll enjoy His Royal Fake and Highness. If that sounds like it's up your alley, follow along because every Monday through Friday, you'll be able to hear an episode of the show. And along the way, I'll also break down some of the original characters and how we changed them, as well as the references that we make to the original Shakespeare play. I think in particular, you're going to like what we did with Hamlet's dad's ghost. So be sure to follow along and come back every Monday through Friday for an episode of His Royal Fake and Highness, a romantic comedy reimagining of Shakespeare's Hamlet.